Not everyone will clap when you grow. Some people will smile, then whisper. Some will hug you, then secretly hope you fail. So, if you've ever felt judged for improving your life, watch to the end, because the final lesson might protect your future. Once upon a time, in a beautiful African city filled with beautiful houses, beautiful streets, beautiful environment, there lived a young youth girl named Amara. Amara is a 25-year-old woman with fair skin. She is confident, elegant, and full of personality. She is known for her calm confidence. Wherever she goes, she stands out. Not because she is loud, but because she carries herself like someone who believes tomorrow will be better. She always dressed like a young, smart, educated girl with purpose. Clean, beautiful outfits in red, royal blue, emerald green, hot pink, mustard yellow, blush pink that made her look fresh, happy, classy, and full of hope. But what most people didn't know was this. Amara wasn't born into comfort. She was born into struggle, and she decided she would not remain there. She worked a small job in the city during the day, and at night she studied quietly, building skills, learning, growing. Because Amara lived by one simple belief. If you don't build yourself, life will rent you to people's opinions. At first, everyone loved Amara. They loved her when she was still small. They loved her when she needed help. They loved her when she was easy to advise. But the moment her growth became visible, everything changed. She started posting less, talking less, arguing less. She stopped begging for attention and started investing in her future. And slowly, her family began to notice. When Amara got accepted into a professional program that could change her life, she ran home excited. She expected a celebration. Instead, she met silence. One aunt finally said, "So you now think you're better than us?" Another relative laughed and said, "School again? You think certificates will save you?" And when she tried to explain her dream, the response was sharp. "Who do you think you are? Don't forget where you came from. You're doing too much." Amara was confused. She wasn't insulting anyone. She wasn't fighting anyone. She was just growing. But her growth was doing something dangerous. It was exposing the comfort of those who refused to evolve. Soon, the criticism became louder. They began to mock her clothes. "See how she's dressing like a big woman." They mocked her discipline. "She doesn't come around again." They mocked her boundaries. "She's too proud now." And the painful part, some of those words came from the very people who used to say they loved her most. Amara started doubting herself. She would sit alone in her small room, staring at her books, asking, "Is my growth truly wrong, or are they just uncomfortable?" That's when she learned a lesson many people learn too late. Some people don't hate you. They hate what your progress reveals about their excuses. One evening, after another family gathering where she was subtly insulted, Amara walked home quietly under the city lights. Her heart felt heavy, not because she was failing, but because she was winning and paying for it emotionally. She sat on her bed and remembered something her late mother once told her. "My daughter, if you carry your destiny in your hand, don't drop it to hold someone's comfort." That night, Amara did something powerful. She stopped defending her growth. She stopped trying to explain her dreams to people committed to misunderstanding her. She stopped seeking permission to evolve. Instead, she wrote one sentence in her notebook: "I will not shrink to be accepted." From that day, she moved differently. She still greeted everyone with respect, still showed love, but she protected her future like it was sacred. She woke up earlier, studied harder, saved money quietly, built connections silently, and every time the comments came, she reminded herself, you can't heal in the same environment that enjoys your pain. Months later, the same people who mocked Amara's growth began to hear new stories. They heard she earned a scholarship support. They heard she was invited to a professional event. They heard she was being recognized for her work. And suddenly, the tone changed. Now they said, our daughter's doing well. Now they said, we always knew she would make it. But Amara didn't become bitter. She became wise. She understood that applause can be loud and still not be love. She understood something bigger than success. Growth is a mirror, and not everyone can stand what it reflects. In the end, Amara didn't outgrow her family because she hated them. She outgrew the version of herself that needed their approval to become who she was called to be. And that is the real win. Because here's the truth. Your growth will offend those who refuse to evolve, not because you're doing wrong, but because your progress forces them to face what they avoid. So if you're on a journey of improvement and people are suddenly acting strange, remember this: you're not losing people, you're losing limitations. If this story touched you, I want you to type in the comments, "I will not shrink." And if you're choosing growth, even when it's lonely, like this video so it reaches someone who needs it today. Share it with a friend who is being judged for leveling up, and subscribe to Awaken Greatness, because here we tell stories that don't just entertain, they transform. Until next time, keep growing, even if it offends them.